Hello, I'm Kristen Lee. So it has been raining like crazy in California. It's been dreary. The joke on TikTok is we need it, but there's been a lot of places on the coast that are evacuating, and it's been a little bit bananas. I think we got 5 inches of rain or something, which is a lot for us. It might be more. I wonder if that was feet and not inches. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I figured it would be a good time to talk about parts of my cruise, in case you and your family or you yourself just want to start planning to get away. I know that a lot of my friends and I start talking in the winter because they're stuck in the snow, and I am trying to plan out what my summer into the next fall and winter is going to be. So here is the boat. Yeah, today's just going to be the boat. Because I have a lot of just random footage from the cruise. So I figured I'll start off with the boat, and then I'll talk about excursions and stuff in videos sprinkled throughout the next couple months. So here's a tour of the boat, and I'll explain where you are and what you're doing, and then I'll come back and give my review. I'll see you soon. So this is the theater. We went straight from our room to the theater to get our tickets for any shows that we were going to do, like this one. And this is where the comedy show was. Danielle and I were able to make it to a sushi demo, and it was really cool.
nori or dry seaweed, and wasabi or horseradish. We have also rice wine vinegar, black sesame seed, and roasted sesame seed. We have also truffle oil. Press down. Alright, this is my first nigiri. Salmon nigiri.
Okay.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Wow.
Yay! Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Danielle and my desserts look like poop, but they were so good.
I'll have like a half of one. I don't know.
You know, there's a man somewhere crying.
Alright.
There you
Oh
go.
my god. You know, I wish more men were upfront about that so they didn't waste their time. Seriously. Oh my god.
You need to be honest about the meat.
Oh, guys, you use your tongs
Okay,
to
you
pick
have
up.
tongs on your left hand
Okay.
side. There you go, perfect. Okay, this is one for sharing, right?
Okay,
Go
yes.
ahead, madam. On your left hand side. Perfect.
But I'm using no.
Oh, it just gets pushed down, huh?
You can get ready with just the pinches. There you go. There you go. Pinch and hold. Okay.
So this is the casino area. And it was basically the main part of the boat. This was the outdoors sports center. I wasn't able to partake in me, but 20-year-old me would have totally done some of the stuff that they had. It was really cool to watch some of the people walk around. The arcade was right next to the sports center. This place was called H2O, and it was for adults only. I love the bar and the hot tub up here.
Three, two, one. Ice.
Guys!
That feels good.
Okay. So that was the boat. Welcome back. I don't know if I got any pictures of our stateroom. We got an indoor or interior stateroom. Our friends had prettier rooms with balconies and windows and seating areas and stuff, but we chose to go the cheaper option. I needed the cheaper option for myself just because I was going to be traveling so much and need to pocket money and things like that. Overall, like the boat, I'm gonna try and think off the top of my head the pros and cons to it. Some of the pros were we were at max capacity. I'm gonna find out how many are allowed on the boat, and I'll put the number here somewhere. But we were full crew, we were full passengers, everything was max capacity, and it didn't feel like you were on top of one another. So I really like that. I've only had one experience on a cruise, and I went with a handful of friends and their family. God, my nephew's gonna be 18 this coming year. I think he was one, some 16, 17 years ago. God, that hurts. But we went on Carnival, and that one, it was loud. It was, you felt like everybody was on top of you, and this didn't. There was little nooks and crannies everywhere. I swore that I had taken video or photos. We found like a little library nook next to the theater, and it had board games, and it had, I just noticed that and I was like, oh my gosh. Anyway, but it had board games and books, and it was really nice and cozy in there. The only thing I didn't like were the chairs. They were like hard tabletop chairs to play board games. But the fact that you could go take a book, read it, and then bring it back was pretty cool. I had no idea that that was even a choice. I think I watched it in a movie, and I was like, I wonder if all boats have libraries, and I just didn't know. But we had found that. Another pro was that you could change your eating experience if you were willing to pay for it. And my friends and I had like date nights, and I went with Danielle for her birthday. She wanted to go to the French restaurant, which is why I showed it twice, because it was part of my wrap up, but it's worth mentioning because it was delicious. I got the vegetarian option. I couldn't tell you what was on my plate. I know there was spinach involved and some kind of pastry puff. So good. And then I had a latte with my dessert, and like I said, it looks like poop, and so did Danielle's. And actually, Danielle's looked like the poop emoji, but hers was like chocolate and orange, and mine was dark chocolate and raspberry. It was so good. So I really liked that restaurant. Our friends that went to the steakhouse, they loved their restaurant. I don't remember if the other part of the crew enjoyed their seafood. I think they did, but I'm not sure. So we all went to different restaurants that night, and then we went to the Brazilian steakhouse that you saw. I would have opted out of that. I think that you get a lot of food, but for me, it didn't melt into one another. Like when I put things on a plate, I want it to flow together. And they had a salad bar that you could go up and eat before they came around with the food, with the meats and everything like that. And yeah, I wasn't really turned on by it. I probably, if I were to go back on this boat, I would go to sushi instead and see my dudes from the sushi thing. What else? The the free foods, my favorite was the buffet. The buffet up near the pool area. I thought they had a great turnaround of food. They had staples. So if you were a picky eater or you brought kids and they only like pizza or whatever, they had something for you. But they also had special days where when one lunch was Mexican dishes and another dinner was Asian night, and I like that. And the food just, it tasted better than anywhere else on the boat, other than, you know, the restaurants that you paid for. The other free one that I really loved was the noodle bar. You have to, it's first come, first serve, but it's by reservation. So you have to like show up, get your number, and then they call you. And I loved my fried rice and everything. That's where the teapot was from. We asked for tea because somebody was talking about how it was weird that tea didn't come with the meal. And we're like, oh my God, tea sounds so good, because by this time, or this part of the trip, my allergies had turned into a cold. I'd sadly given it to Danielle, and other people weren't feeling too hot. So tea was awesome, and it was unlimited tea, so that was good. Taste and Savor were another free restaurant. I wasn't really impressed. I definitely did not like the Manhattan Lounge. They were supposed to have dinner and dancing, where they had a professional dance team go and dance with a piano or something like that, and we didn't see it the day that we went. Give me 1 second and we're back. Okay, so I left off at Manhattan, and how I didn't like it. Excuse me, got like funky hiccups. Oh, they had a my friends are gonna die. They had a real Starbucks. Here I am in my natural habitat. It was not part of the package. When you go to purchase your cruise ticket, your room and everything, and the packages that are included in what you're going to go for, Starbucks isn't part of the package, but you can use your Starbucks card. So what I did was, when I was in New Orleans, I reloaded my card. I think I put like $60 or something like that, because I didn't know how much the price would go up on the boat. And then I was able to bring up my card, and they would scan it, and I got to get my stars and everything like that. So I've been getting some awesome deals since I've been home. I think I came home to like 2 free drinks or something like that. So that was a really cool thing for me, because I'm one of those people, like, I love to travel, but I like to have certain things from home to be a part of me. I don't know. I don't know how to explain that. So Starbucks, and then Danielle, for her birthday, decided she wanted to go bar hopping. She was like, I want to say that I've had a signature drink at each bar on the boat. I was like, there's like 12 bars on this boat. She goes, well, we don't have to get alcoholic drinks every single place. She was like, but I want to say that I went to each and every bar, and to get the full experience, meet different bartenders, see how the environment is. And I was like, all right, cool. It's your birthday, let's do it. So you saw the people with the shakers. The place was called Shakers. They did martinis. I am not usually a vodka drinker, because vodka sneaks up on me and then I can get mean but I didn't with whatever they mixed it with. And I did not like the yellow drink. It was called Lemon Drop. Tasted like cough syrup. But we had a raspberry one and we had a lavender one, and they were good. And then Danielle wanted to go into the ice bar. It's the Sky Bar, and she was like, it's worth the money. I want to go do it. So if you do end up booking a trip, and this is part of the deal, because I think there are other boats with Sky Bar in it, book it during the week. The bartender said that they get overbooked when they're sailing out, and the day at sea, and then the day at sea home. So we went, and it was really cool. But I enjoyed it. I liked it a lot. I love the fact that the drink, like, he slid the drink to you. Oop. Hey now. Cut it out. Ugh. I told you it was moving. Okay. So there was that. I got Shirley Temples a lot on this trip because I was afraid the alcohol was going to dehydrate me, and I knew I was getting run down. Trying to think of what other things that I liked. Oh, I'll just keep you on. Listen, blanket, we are not going to have a fire while I'm doing a video. Okay. Wait. Oh my gosh. Instead of turning you off and back on, I'll just take it for it. This one fell too. Listen. Okay. So, all that was for was, you know how I was saying that we weren't on top of each other? My friends and I would plan things like our little family photo that I got, because they don't do the towel animals anymore on the boat. So we're all there, and the lady that scheduled and planned the trip planned this, and I think it's one of my favorite things that we did as a group on the boat. And then another friend, she got really into the art auctions. And she ended up giving us all a piece of art that she had gotten. So that's pretty cool. I think I did that when I went on Carnival. And it is pretty cool to, like, hear about the painter or the artist or whatever that's on the boat with you. What else did they have? Oh, the entertainment director was phenomenal. He was just so funny, so personable. I loved him. He hosted a lot of the daytime and evening activities. So, like, the newlywed game, they had this, I don't remember what it was called, but it was like skits, and he would tell you a story, and they did like Titanic, and it was funny as hell. And he was also the director for the plays and the musical performances, and that's another thing. If you can, book all of the entertainment. It was all worth it. Even the dueling pianos, which was my least favorite, it breaks up the day. It gives you something to talk about with your friends. And I don't know, like, 6 was fantastic. Oh my gosh. So the way that I've been describing it to anybody that I've talked to about it is that it is the story of Henry the eighth Six Wives if it was told by the Spice Girls. It was so good. The band was all female. It was fantastic. And then we saw a dance, like a Dancing with the Stars kind of thing. That was fantastic. I wish that we had gone to Velvet and that was their meal and show package, but we weren't really sure as a group whether or not it was something that we wanted to do. Maybe I would have done that instead of the Brazilian place. So overall, it was an awesome experience. However, the cons to it, or the downside to it, is that they do allow smoking. So people like me that are allergic to smoke and mold, I had a really hard time breathing, as I am now apparently, on the boat. And because we had an interior stateroom, it was just permeated everywhere. Like, it was everywhere. And you kind of get used to it, but do you really want to spend money if you're a non-smoker to have that part of your experience? So that was a downside. And the fact that the smoking was allowed in the casino, and the casino was basically the heart of the boat. You had to go through the casino to get to meals and things like that. So that was one of my biggest complaints. Yeah, that leaving the boat was not enjoyable, especially trying to get a taxi and things like that. If I didn't have Danielle helping me carry some of my stuff, I probably would have done some more damage to my hernia, which isn't the boat's fault, it's mine, but I did not enjoy that part of it at all. And the fact that they had people going onto the boat, like getting ready to go onto the boat as we were coming off the boat. So it was just crowded. What was the other downs? Yeah, like that was my biggest down to it. And the fact that the food was basically the same no matter where you went on the boat, unless it was the noodle bar or the buffet upstairs. The Manhattan, was it Savor, Taste, and even O'Sheehan's, I think was the other place. It was a little bit different, but it was basically the same food. And the wait, it just wasn't, for me, it wasn't worth the wait. I wish that I had taken more meals in the buffet, but I did enjoy the fact that we had our group dinners. A pro and a con is you download the app, and on the app, you're able to message people in your party or people that you meet or whatever, and you don't get it back in real time, but you are using the Wi-Fi that's on the boat. So I like that feature, that I could at least contact my friends and figure out where we were, because when I went so many years ago, we had planned, breakfast and dinner, I think, but we did everything as a group. Like, we went everywhere together, where we could do our own thing. And on the days that I wasn't feeling the best, I got to stay in the room and just watch TV, listen to my audiobook, and do my normal to just heal and recoup a little bit. And Danielle was able to go and swim and do her thing and catch up with some of the group that she hadn't talked to in a while and stuff. So I did like that part of it. Like I said, the only downside is that you don't always get the messages in real time. I'm trying to think. I think that's everything. I know that for us, it was better or at least myself, it was better to book my trip earliest that I could and pay it off through time. But the better deals are towards sale date, and you have to grab them as the deals hop on so that they can, you know, sell their tickets and whatever. So it's really how you travel and how you budget for traveling. I'm somebody that if there's a big trip, I want to like plan it in advance, pay it off, so that the money that I save from the time I pay it off to the time of the trip is my money to use on the trip. But that's how I do it. If you are somebody that just has a nugget that you put away and you're looking to do a trip, then maybe waiting closer to sale date is better for you. And I don't know. I don't know if I would go with a travel agent this time. Like, because our group has been talking about doing another cruise on a different boat out of a different port. And I don't know if I would go through a travel agent. I don't know if I would be able to pay it in installments without the travel agent. So that's something I have to look into. So all of the things that I've been talking about or whatever, I'll link Norwegian's Breakaway stuff down in the comments section. And then the other things that I think that if you are planning on a trip, these things came in super handy because the walls on the boat are magnetic, and we put like a shoe rack and some other things, and it was fantastic. So you kind of had more storage. And then this was the other thing, the clothesline. I would put my my bathing suit and my shoes. Oh my god, my shoes, my water shoes were fantastic for the whole thing. They were like little slippers. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it on further cruise excursions with my friends, but I want to. And that is kind of my review on the Breakaway, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.